All right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. Guys, the name of the video is Elon Musk visits Texas to show an unfiltered view of the border situation. Really? Guys, let's go ahead and jump into this immediately. Let's check it out.
So here we are at Eagle Pass.
I'm Tony Gonzalez. I'm the local congressman here in the district. Right here under the bridge, you're seeing hundreds of people getting processed, and this is every single day.
So it's just sort of like that's the bridge, and there's like people getting processed, and then they come across on those trains over there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like an initial intake spot, and then they'll send them through, but it's nonstop all day long.
People just want to understand exactly.
Guys, the fact that there are hundreds of people every single day is wild.
And then they'll send them through, but it's nonstop all day long.
People just want to understand exactly what's going on, but assume that people do not know what's going on.
Well, you got to go back some time, and whenever the open border policies from the White House kind of got thrown out there, we've been overrun.
How long was that? How long ago was that?
Cool. What year was that?
2 years ago.
2 years.
We're on our third year.
We've been battling it for 2 years, and
Change.
So
you're saying there's been an open border policy essentially for the past 2 years?
it was an invitation.
An invitation.
That's how I read it. That's how.
And to be honest, he's not wrong. It exactly is an invitation. If you ask some of the people, they're absolutely happy that Biden is the president. Why? Because the border is wide open. Bro, the amount of people that are coming through currently is wild. Bro, like 70,000 people came through within the last 2 years in one very specific border town in Texas versus 80,000 in Tucson, Arizona, guys. 20,000 in San Diego within the last 2 months alone. Guys, we are absolutely in trouble here.
I was told from the White House. So they don't have a clue what's going on here, I don't think, because if they did, maybe they would care. Maybe they would. I don't know.
How does the train impact you? Because the trains have been a big story lately. There's a train just over here. This is kind of where it starts, Elon. Where you see, all these thousands of people on a train. This is where they're coming through, but it doesn't end here. It just starts here. Medina County is where they're going to make it to the big cities like San Antonio.
Two major rail lines come through my county, and on those the illegals ride. They actually control the trains because they know how to crank down the brake on the car so when it passes the heat sensor, the conductor has to stop the train, the illegals get off, the people come to get them, and all the stolen vehicles are stealing.
Guys, there are thousands of people atop that train. And the fact that they know how to brake the train, as in like hit the brakes on the train and get off whenever they desire, is wildness.
All over the country, nearly every one of them is in a stolen vehicle.
The fact that we are seeing all-time highs in illegal processing, that ramp is increasing.
Yes.
So these are really important points because the public isn't. I think it's not necessarily clear to the public. Is this normal, or are we seeing an accelerating crisis?
It's not getting better. It's getting worse. Last Friday a week ago was a historic.
11,000 people cross the U.S. border illegally every day, is what they're saying here. 11,000 people.
Number 11,000 people that came over.
Okay.
And then on Monday, that number increased. Today is Thursday, and that number increased. We're only going in the wrong direction. This is a week. What happens 2 weeks from now? It's the wrong way.
Guys, that's 4,015,000 a year.
Okay. So basically, we're seeing unprecedented, all-time highs, and increasing,
and spreading. Yes. It's not in just one area. It's not just like it's just one city or one town, not even one state anymore. It's not, we're talking about New York today, but Chicago, you're hearing it there, LA, Denver. There's all these other places where it's just spreading, just continues to get bubbling up.
And just to quantify it, I think you said 2,000 a day or something, just in this location.
Just here, just here.
So that's like over 700,000 a year.
Just in this one location,
Okay, just 700,000 sort of illegal immigrants a year, just in this one location.
Just in this one location.
Okay.
El Paso, right now in El Paso.
That's higher than the population of Wyoming. FYI.
Whoa.
Okay, and that's just one location. What is the total number from all locations roughly? per
in
year?
the millions. I mean, it's literally millions, and those are just the folks that we know have engaged.
Right. Not the ghost migrants, guys.
Not all the others.
That's just who was actually processed.
Yes, the gotaways are the ones that,
Yeah, so meaning that like the actual number is much higher.
Much higher.
Okay, that's very important for people to know.
Yeah.
That the actual number is much higher. Is the official number something like 2 million or something? Where is it?
It varies, and it depends on who you ask. But
Okay.
I've seen it as high as 2.6 million, and that number just every year for the past 3 years has almost doubled. You know, it was like 1.1.
It's
and
doubling
then it's just
year after year.
doubling year after year. It's compounding year after year because it's not just one part of the world either. It's all parts
everywhere
of the world that are coming. In El Paso.
Yeah, I think that's actually an important point to make because sometimes people think, well, people just come from Mexico, but this is not the case.
No.
Not the case at all.
Yeah, guys, it's not anymore. Like at one time, it was just basically Mexico. Now, bro, it's mainland China. All right, it's West Africa. All right, it's all of these other places that do not border with us. Like, bro, you're spending all of this money to go and pay these cartels $4,500 once you actually get into Mexico to get to the border, to allow them to give you access to our open border, right? You're paying all this money. Why didn't you just like make it work in your country if you have all of those like extra funds?
The reality is that this is an open border for all of Earth.
All of Earth.
So there's roughly 350 million people in the U.S., but there's 8 billion people on Earth.
Yes.
This is an open border to 8 billion
Everyone.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. What type of nationalities are coming through your county?
We're seeing anywhere from Honduras, El Salvador, I believe Ecuador and stuff like that. Even some
It's
Cubans
pretty much every
as
country,
well.
right?
Pretty much every country.
Yeah.
It's very rare that we see anybody just from Mexico. So,
It's actually rare to see anyone from
Right.
Mexico.
And then I'm 68 miles from the border. I'm 80 miles south of here from
Okay.
Eagle Pass.
How big is your workforce? How big is the sheriff's office?
My patrol staff's only 16 strong.
16 total.
Okay.
So how many do you have
more
on call at
cops.
one time?
Maybe 2 at the most.
Two law enforcement officers to tackle. I mean, some of these counties that I represent, they're size of states, and
Sure.
they've got 2 or 3 people trying to tackle it all. This is where the local community just feel completely overwhelmed because Border Patrol agents used to be the front line, and now they're here. They're under the bridge. They're processing folks, so they're completely out of the game. So these law enforcement, the local law enforcement officers, are carrying all the weight.
Sort of roughly 2.5 million processed illegals, and then it's maybe as much as twice double that or something. I don't know. So,
Gotaways. Yeah.
Call it like 4-ish million, maybe 5 million total processed and unprocessed. How many of the 4 or 5 million legal immigrants are sent back to their countries every year?
I'll give you an example. Here in Del Rio sector is one of 9 sectors. Okay. We're getting about 2,500 people coming over illegally a day, and we are repatriating or sending 0 back.
City of 28,000 people. We've had over 19,000 people.
Nothing in the world told me that it was going to be 0. I figured it was going to be low, right? I definitely figured maybe 1 or 2%, or 5%, to be on the high end, based off the White House, right? But 0?
In the last about 10 days come in, so we don't have the resources.
It's like wait, more people are coming in by far. Than it's exceeding the population of the town on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
This is across the board. I don't care if you're a D or an R, if you vote, don't vote,
Yeah.
urban America, rural America, everybody's impacted the same way. When the crisis hits your town, it's like a hurricane.
This is the
Hurricane hits
important
you,
part.
everybody gets washed out.
Sure.
And guys, and this is the thing here, like what's going on currently right now at the southern border has nothing to do with partisanness, bro. It does not matter. Exactly what he just said is the most important thing here. It is absolutely going to affect you one way or another very soon.
And it's no different. So I think there's an opportunity here if we can message it in a manner of, this is about solutions. Hey, I get the finger pointing. It's easy to say why we got here. It's like, how do we just get out of here? And I think there are some real tangible solutions.
Yeah, the only real tangible solution is to obviously, fix the border. It should under no circumstance be an open border situation. If you're not coming in through an absolutely valid point of entry, I'm not sure you should be allowed to stay. But the reason why they don't want to go through the absolute valid point of entry is because they know the first thing they're going to say is, we just need a job. Has nothing to do with asylum. You're economic migrants. You're here to basically bleed the country, right? That may sound absolutely harsh. I don't mean it in a harsh manner, but you're here to withdraw funds from the country and enrich yours. That's your goal. Right? I mean, if asylum is asylum, but asylum just should not cover economic migrants. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'll catch you guys later. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.